witness some monkeys in their natural habitat. It's like a family of monkeys, and they're like, doing their thing. They're navigating through the jungle, hopping around from branch to vines. And it's just amazing to watch the confidence that they have as they just like leap through the air. They'll be 40 feet up in the air, jumping from tree to tree like long distances, with full confidence. And there's something there with that, because they're in the moment. It's one of the most beautiful things about witnessing nature is you just witness the perfect spontaneity of it. It all is just literally unfolding. But the monkeys, I was watching them, and like they totally assess the situation clearly. They totally like look at every branch. They know their weight, and they know the size of a branch that can hold their weight. They know what a vine looks like and what it's connected with. They inspect it all at the same time. They do it very fast. And this is something that isn't exclusive for monkeys. This is when you're really connected with life and really connected with your body. This can be attained by humans. I used to work in the restaurant business, and like it was so fast paced, and you have to make decisions so quickly and act so quickly and just keep moving and just keep going. And it's like those monkeys just moving through the jungle. Like yourself, the situation, all the qualities of what you're working with. For a monkey, it's tree branches. For a chef, it's pots and pans and oils and food items and heat temperatures and all that kind of different stuff. These are all the things, but when you know all these things well, then you can act quickly and spontaneously and be confident about the result and the outcome. It's the same thing in our lives. It is the greater we can know and learn ourselves and what's going on within us, know our own abilities and limitations, we can connect with our own wit in a way, and we can connect with a capacity for decision making that we can trust. And a lot of it comes from wisdom, meaning it comes from life experience also. As we move through our world and we make choices that work out, and some of them don't work out, and whatever that means, at least towards the favor, because everything works out. But some things work out in a way that we realize that we don't want that to happen again, so that we can make choices in the future that steer in a different direction. This is all coming through for me right now, I think, because of there's a balance with knowing what you're gonna do and knowing what you can do in every moment. There's a balance with that, as whereas it's like a relationship between foresight and present intuitive action. There's a very delicate but really beautiful relationship with that, as far as moving through life in whatever way it is. If it's navigating just through regular daily life, or if it's in some kind of a crisis situation, or whatever it may be, there's this balance and connection with having in mind an intention of how you would like things to work out, and also at the same time following an internal guidance, even an external guidance. Even the world around us guides us, but keeping connected with our intentions of our life. If our intention is to thrive in the world and be happy and to be healthy and connections with people, and that's our focus. Because we can have intentions, that we visit during moments, but if we have those intentions, but then dominantly we focus on something different that maybe even clash with that, then what's going to show up for us in our lives is going to be not what our intentions are. Then we're going to, think that intention setting doesn't work or something like that. But as we really root and anchor into what's aligned for our lives and really connect with that and align our intentions with that, then things really start to open up in a very clear way. Because that's like really what life, if life had desire, I'm going to use the word want. It's not really an appropriate word for life because it's not really the way that it works. But if life wants from us a certain journey, you can look at it as destiny or something like that. But there's like a path that we're born for certain things, and the path isn't super specific, but it is kind of like headed in a direction, and where our choice comes in is how we weave in and out of that path, and whether we have the compass that keeps us on that path, because sometimes we can stray off and meander around and veer from what's really aligned for us. But the more we connect with our body, the more we connect with even our mind and witness what the mind is doing and all these things, we can really discover our nature and our born-in nature. We have a divine essence nature that's universal for everybody, and then we have this individual nature that we're born into, and aligning with both of those is kind of what I'm talking about here. When we align with the body and the mind and the temperament, our astrology, and things like that, then we can start to discover what our life's meaning is and what the experience the world wants to have of us. And when we do that, when we align there, then opportunities really start to open up for us. We even feel a greater joy and a greater peace inside in the mind. But there's more. It goes further. Because with that, we can start to generate intentions towards our lives, and by setting an intention that's aligned with your life, you're kind of saying I accept myself, I love myself, and I'm supporting the energy that I am, the individual dynamic of life expressed. I'm embracing that now. The mind is embracing that aspect and realizing that this is what I may be built for, and then aligning our intentions with that helps to kind of boost our journey and lead us on a really successful path of what we're doing. And then along with that, when we tune into our silent self, when we tune into the universal being, the one, then we harmonize these two things together, and then our life's path, not only does our life's path really become clear, we start to make choices that are more aligned with our health, our wellness, our well-being, our growth, our enlightenment, and something starts to happen inside too. We get a connection with this mystical, mysterious force that you can't pinpoint, but it's obvious that it's there at the same time, because we have silence inside. Silence is something we can perceive inside of ourselves, and the fact that we can tap into that, it kind of proves this mysterious reality that's around, that is. And something happens, something really shifts inside when we tap in into this world because, you know, we start to purify all the stuff we suffer from. You know, all the struggles and all the troubles that we have experienced in our life. It starts to unravel. It starts to peel away. Little bits of ourselves at a time start to peel away. Sometimes big chunks at a time start to fall off. You know, and this is just simply by living in alignment, but also living with deep awareness as feelings arise inside of us, as we perform actions in the world, and we notice we notice how we feel based on the actions we've performed. And we analyze this stuff, and we sit with this stuff and allow this stuff to come through and be experienced. We start to unfold in a way and purify our being, and it's really, really beautiful. Excuse me. And just circling back to where we were before, as far as you can start to, the more we purify, the more we can trust our actions, the more we can trust our decisions, the less we sit in confusion about what's the right thing to do, what's the best thing to do, what's best for me, because we're tapped into this balance of the intention of how my life is going, which is based on my destiny as an individual expression of life, and then tapped into the source of life itself, which is our silent center inside, that gives us intuition and inspiration that can really push us on our path towards our greatest potential ultimately. So I hope this finds you someplace that's ready for it. I hope this offers perspective. I hope you find yourself. I hope you know yourself well, intimately and deeply. I hope you love yourself fully in all of the expressions that come through you. I hope that you know that you exist beyond the body and the mind, that you existed before time, and you will exist after. Not only after your body goes, but beyond all creation. You are the one divine source of all creation. In truth, that is our identity. Namaste, friends.